you must be able to write visually. The problem I see with AI is people become stupid.
Hello everyone, this is Li Youxuan, and we are trying to create a podcast for you, and we are trying to talk about the topic about the media writing. And by my side is Mr. Vijay. Please say hello to everybody.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, as a Vijay we know has a very remarkable resume that all of us very admire you. So can you introduce your work experience?
Okay. So I've had about 25 years of experience. I know suddenly when I say that I feel very old. I started in television. I was a broadcast journalist and a producer.
Yeah.
And I used to do news. I used to do documentaries.
Yeah.
And also some commercial programs.
Yeah.
And then after television, I joined the national oil company, Petronas.
Yes.
And I was in charge of the content in the Petroscience Museum. So the Petroscience Museum is a oil and gas museum in KLCC.
Yeah.
So my job was to make and produce and coordinate all the content in the museum.
Oh, yeah.
And after that, then I moved into PR. I was in some agencies.
Yeah.
And then I moved into, it's still in PR. I worked for BMW Group. I worked for HSBC UK. I worked for Malaysian IT agency for a while. And then I also worked for Proton, Malaysia's national car company.
Yeah. All right, let's get into the topic. Today we are going to talk about the writing and the use of the technology and ethical consideration in your work. Because we have worked with you before. We know you're a very skilled writer. So do you have many opportunities for writing in your work before?
In PR, the number one skill set you must have is writing.
Oh.
It doesn't matter. So, I mean, it doesn't matter what the language is, right? So, obviously, if it's China, it will be Mandarin. If it's in India, maybe it's Hindi, Malay, or whatever the language is.
Yeah.
You need to be a skilled writer. Why? Because you have to make things come alive with your words.
Yes.
Remember, in PR, you're not writing, it's not a storybook.
Yeah.
It's usually very dry. It's very boring.
Right.
It's a product. It's a microphone.
Yes.
It's a car. It's a watch. So you need to be very skillful to be able to explain the product, but in a very short and clear and concise manner. Because mostly it's commercial, right?
Yes.
And people don't pay attention. So you have 20 seconds or 30 seconds. Today I think it's probably with TikTok 5 seconds.
Yes.
Right? So the words are very, very important. Before, people were used to reading 400 words.
Yeah.
Today, I think they can't read even 100 words.
Yes, I have no patience.
It's gone, right?
Yeah.
So the biggest difference is you now have less space to tell your story.
Yes.
So it needs to be quicker, punchier, and still deliver the same message. So what this means is, goes back to my point number one, you have to be an even better writer.
Yes.
Because last time you had 400 words, now you have 200 words or 100 words. And so that's number one, right?
Yeah.
That's the big switch, is attention spans are different.
Right.
The second thing from a writing perspective, I suppose, because of AI and the
technology
ability to get stuff very fast, is you should be quicker when you write, because you can get sources of information very quickly, right? Last time maybe I have to if you had to do an hour of research before, today I think you can do the same research in 20 minutes.
Yes.
So that's the big difference.
Yeah. So, however, you think that today's people have no patience to read the long text. So do you have some strategy in writing the short word but can capture the people's heart?
Which again goes back to your writing skill, right?
Yeah.
Because now it's multimedia. Beyond writing, the visual also is important. In fact, the biggest difference now is everything's visual. So you must be able to write visually.
Yeah, write visually.
Write visually. So when you're writing it, can you imagine what the visual is? Because let's say it's going to be on a TikTok or some other any other visual media. Can those words, what do those words look like as a video?
Oh, yeah.
So that's what I mean by you must be able to write visually.
Right, visually. Yeah. Okay. So, what is your personal favorite writing style for promotion purpose?
Different products, different brands, different genres have language. Okay, so I give you an example. BMW, there's a particular way in which you deliver or write. So you follow that. It's what you call in a newspaper, you call it a house style. Same thing if you take a FMCG, Milo, or Rolex. So I think every brand, every product has its own language.
The own language.
So you must learn how to apply that language in a way that your audience understands. Yeah. So I don't think there's a. So my personal style is I look at the product, I look at the audience, I look at the medium,
Yeah.
and then I think about what the story should be.
You have mentioned that AI because it can generate some content for us.
Yeah.
So because of the AI, there is many people now concerned about, well, AI will replace the people. What do you think about this question?
I don't know that AI will necessarily replace people. I think AI makes things faster. But
Yeah.
the problem I see with AI is people become stupid.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so what do I mean? What do I mean by that is, before, remember I used the example of last time I had to do 1 hour of research.
Yeah.
Now I do 20 minutes of research. If I did 1 hour of research, I learned something.
Yeah.
In 20 minutes, I think I just copy paste.
Yeah,
I don't
we can't
understand.
thinking. Right. We can't think anymore.
Right, you don't do the thinking, right?
Yeah.
So you sit down, then you ask another, because whenever you learn something new, you also learn 5 things you don't know.
Yeah.
Right? You learn one new thing, but that new thing has, you have another 5 questions.
Yeah.
So you chase that, right? I feel like now with AI, you just type in, you get the answer, and then you take it. So you don't learn,
Yeah.
you don't think, and then you are going backwards, because then you become like a machine,
Yes.
right? The machine just,
like a machine.
okay. But there is no thinking that's going on.
Right.
So that for me is the bigger problem with AI. In terms of replacing people, writing has never been a heavy people industry.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like a factory. A factory has 1,000 people. Now I get a new machine, I only need 500 people.
Yes.
So in writing, it's not like, maybe the impact is in journalism. So newspapers, magazines need fewer people now, but that's also because of cost.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Yes.
the print industry or even the online media industry does not make as much money.
Yes.
So they don't make as much money, they can't hire as many people.
Yeah.
But it's I don't think it's like the machine will replace the human being.
Yeah,
I think the machine will make the human being a bit more stupid. Yes.
Yeah, but honestly, maybe in our industry, in the media industry, maybe people won't be replaced by the AI. Maybe it can stimulate more creation potential.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So maybe by right, what should happen is AI should make the quality of your writing even better. Because again, 1 hour it took to get 5 things.
Yeah.
Now in 20 minutes you get 7 or 10 things. So it should mean that your writing can get better because you have all these sources. So that's the upside. But my point of view is that unfortunately human beings are lazy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So I think that a lot of people will just, it's okay. It's just like our assignments, right?
Yeah,
Nowadays,
yes.
Like, pop, okay. You know, and I compare when I was doing my undergraduate, you know, I had to read 6 books. Today I just go Google Scholar search.
Yes, tell me what
It's
to talk
all
about.
there. Yeah.
Right.
Right? So, did I learn more when I was an undergraduate or as my master's?
Yeah.
So in the same way, and so I just think that it can be good, but I fear that human beings being human beings,
Yeah.
we tend to, human beings are like electricity. Electricity takes the path of least resistance. So you look for the easiest way, and that makes you a little bit lazy, I think.
Right, right. So honestly, have you ever used the AI to
Not very much, not very much. And I don't like
Yeah.
AI, let me tell you. I don't like AI because I consider myself a fairly good writer, right? And it's a skill set that I learned, developed, whatever.
Yeah.
And now, anybody can come, pop, and they can write like that.
Yeah.
So I have lost a competitive advantage.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
Yeah. So AI is not really my friend.
Okay, okay. So how does your company handle the ethic issue when creating and distributing the content before? Just give us
In
a-
PR, so on a certain level, let me start first with my personal principle. Right? My personal principle is and let's differentiate marketing
Yeah,
and say PR.
yeah.
PR, I use journalistic standards. That means the writing style, the facts, they must be 100% true.
Right, right.
You know, you
Yes.
cannot, in marketing, you can say, I'm the greatest, I'm the best. In PR, in corporate communication, you cannot say this.
Right.
You can say, this is a good product because A, B, C. And then you say, we grew 15% or blah, blah, blah. But I prevent, so that the word hyperbole, which is when you say, oh, fantastic, blah, blah, blah. I never go there.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, one of the challenges I have it depends on the brands, right? So you work for strong brands like BMW, HSBC, they're very ethical.
Yeah.
It's like they understand this is the way to communicate. But some other brands, your CEO comes and says, oh, it doesn't sound fantastic. I want to say like, wow, I especially found this with the Chinese mindset from China.
From China.
Yes. So when I worked with my boss from China, he was like, oh, we must say we are very good. And I'm like, no.
Right.
So we used to have clashes on that, right? Again, ethically, still important that you don't make claims that are not true. You don't cheat your consumer.
Yes.
Because I always think like a consumer. How do I want to be treated?
Yes.
Do I want to be told things that are not necessarily true? I don't like
Right.
it. So the biggest dilemma, ethical dilemma, is the public. So my company wants me to say, oh, Youxuan, you must buy this because if you put this cream, your face will be beautiful, your hair will be long, your smile will be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because that's what they want to do. But as the PR guy, you also have a responsibility to kind of tell the truth.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
what is the
for
truth?
the public, right? So that is the dilemma.
Yeah.
How do I look after my company's needs,
Yes.
but at the same time be fair to the public?
Right.
And that is where you have this clash, the
Yes.
ethical dilemma, and it's always there. It's always been there. I think it will always be there.
How to resolve that?
Try to tell the truth as much as you can.
So what do you consider the biggest challenge in your work in these 25 years?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me
Yeah.
think about that. I think the biggest challenge I've had is making the company aware of how important corporate communication was.
Oh,
Right? Because when I started, Corpcom or PR was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
PR, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, we're having an event, do something. It wasn't seen as a critical management role. So I think my greatest challenge, and also what I'm most proud of, is in most of my companies, I raised the position of corporate com.
yeah.
You know, like last time nobody will consult corporate com when they do something. But by in 3 or 4 years, then people will say, let's check with corporate com. What do they think?
Yeah.
So I think the challenge was raising the position of corporate communications within the company.
So we see good writing can help you thinking, help you growth, and the creativity and the soul infused into words and by humans are something can't be replaced, right? So finally, thank you for sharing, Vijay. Thank you so much. It's time to say goodbye to everybody. So bye bye.
It was my
Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
Bye.